I wouldn't say they're not producing the way they should, but maybe they're in a position where they should be merged with another township to be more efficient. We left the population figure off of here, so we're going to these townships, if you're doing your job, there's a possibility you can stay. And what those 8 points are, and I just need to read them real briefly, and this is to be all verified by the Department of Local Government and Finance. They do not provide township assistance, does not actively manage a fire protection or emergency medical services. And actively manage doesn't mean that they don't have contracts with fire departments and local volunteers. That's managing, that's being active. So that point would not be against them. Do not file the annual financial report, which is what they do every year on an audit procedure by their township board to verify all their disbursements and where they spent their money for the year to send into the State Board of Accounts, Department of Local Government and Finance. The monthly upload reports, they're done monthly by the 15th of every month on all the things they are doing, the assistance they are giving out. That's required by the State Board of Accounts. Did not file an annual budget, just let the other budget roll over to the next year. Received less than 24 assistance applications in a 2-year period. So that's 24 applications for assistance they did not get in a 2-year period. Has an adopted budget of less than $100,000, and that would be a combined budget of civil and fire if they have it. So they have less than 100, and did not have a candidate on the election ballot or as a vacancy. And we're talking about the 2018, 2022 elections. So those are the points that be scored for the townships. And when they reach a point of 4 points against them because of these things they didn't do or not record, didn't turn in, that makes them a designated township to merge with another township that has to be adjoining that had 3 points or less. So those townships would have to merge. The merge would be presented to the county executive, which is county commissioners, with this point system to work with the township trustees of the merging townships and the ones that are going to be merged too, and correspondence of what would work the best in that county. So it brings in it helps the local officials say, here's the point system. So the state's involved in helping us get to that point. We're not picking and choosing, making it real political. But once they get to that 4 points, it sets that parameter. Now you got to talk to the township trustee and see where you and the board and see where they want to merge to at that point. For some reason, the township doesn't agree with that 4-point schedule. They can go to the Department of Local Government and Finance January 1st of 27, and they can have them show them why they scored these points on this system that they have put together. I think this is a fair system we can think of merging townships and leaving township government, if you believe in township government closest to the people and what they do for people, then this is a bill that I think you're going to like, the merge. There's always talk about the elimination also of township government. This is absolutely a merger bill to keep township government in its place. We did a preliminary look at how many it might take out. No, I guess that's a bad word. Merge, okay, merge. I'm not going to take them out. And somewhere between 315 and 330 is anticipated number that it might take out. So that's how the bill is structured. It's got to be done by January 1st of 28. The merger stuff has to be done. That's when the point schedules were there, and that's when they will put the merge together. So you know we have a township elections this year. So the next township election will be in 2030. So in 28, when this happens, you're going to have the township that is going to take control of the merging townships. They're going to be in charge, the trustee and the 3 board members. The townships that had to merge will be able to put 1 township board member as part of that government in the new merged township for 2 years. And then when 2030 hits, there'll be election of 1 township trustee and 3 board members for that merged township. There could be as many as 2 or 3 merged together. Could just be 2. It depends of exactly what your county has. We looked at this thing. A lot of counties, the smaller counties, are going to be hit the worst because of their duties and with their population, their assessed value, and the things they can do. The bigger township and the bigger counties, I don't see where hardly any of those townships are eliminated in this type merger bill because they do unless they're not doing their stuff. Just real quick, the other things here. Let's see here. You cannot have less than one township. So there's two counties that look like they might just have one township government in their whole county. Just two. The rest of them will have more than that. And we talked about the intern government they may have. They must report to when this merger is done, they must report to the county legislative body, executive body, circuit court, county fiscal officer, county recorder, voter registration, and secretary's office when this merger is done. I just feel very strongly because we have talked about this issue for many sessions down here, and we knew that we talked about there's 999 townships. It's just not going to be able to keep that number of townships out there. So this is I believe is a merit and data-driven thing that will put them together, leave our township form of government in place at this time. These township governments are very close to the people. I was a township trustee for quite a few years. They give assistance, direct assistance to people when they come in. They provide all the fire protection for that unincorporated area. They take care of all the cemeteries. They're a big-time referral place. When people do come in, they refer them to where they go to get energy assistance, maybe to a food bank or where they need to go. And each time they come in, every 30 days, it creates a new application because these applications are redone every 30 days and updated to make sure everything in that household is still the same. Your income, the amount of people in that household, and you still live at the same spot. So it's really got a really good portion of making sure that money gets out to the right people. And I always call township government temporary help over a difficult period. And that's what township government does. It's not set up for consistent help all the time. So that's what the bill does, and I appreciate your support.
Thank you, Senator. Is there discussion? Senator Randolph. Senator Niemeyer, do you yield? Senator Niemeyer yields. Senator Randolph.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of Senator Niemeyer, I apologize to you, first of all.
Okay.
I should have talked to you about this beforehand, but I just want to get an understanding of how does this point system work and how many townships would it affect?
What was the question, Lonnie? I didn't.
The point system. You said this.
Yeah, it's a four-point system out of the 8. If you register 4 points, that requires you to merger.
How do you?
Requires you to merge.
But how do you go about giving?
Department of Local Government and Finance will be the government entity that puts those points together and submits them to the county executive.
Okay.
These are the townships that scored 4 points or more.
So the Department of Local Government will put together the requirements and turning. How do you get?
The requirements are in the bill. You know, if you don't do these 8 certain things,
then they give you points.
You get a point.
Okay.
And they're all verified by the Department of Local Finance, because most of these are things that they require you to do yearly and monthly. A couple of the things there, you check with your election board, of course, that you've had candidates in your last 2 cycles and things, but most of them are done by local government finance, and they're the ones that are going to submit this report to each county executive in each county. The 3 county executives.
And the points will be based upon the number of people that's going to be utilizing the services of the trustee in that respective county?
This particular bill is not dealing with population of a township. This is dealing if they're providing the service they need to, and so a township could survive with a smaller population. It's not driven in this bill. But if you're doing your job, you're doing all this stuff that these 8 things do, there's a good chance you're going to stay.
Okay. And so most of the townships it will affect will probably be the rural townships?
Correct. The smaller, like I give you an example, because I have one of those counties, Benton County. They have 11 townships. I looked at some of their preliminary stuff, Lonnie. It looks like it may take out 4. Okay. They end up with 7.
Okay.
That's kind of what's going to happen. So it's going to take that 999 figure down considerably, make that local township government more efficient because you're wider span. It doesn't remove township lines. The townships are still there, but
okay.
And then the trustee and their board would be all at large in that new merged townships.
Yeah. I'm looking at the local government in terms of coming in and evaluating the townships and making decisions of appointment. I don't know, you know.
Local government has no decision-making in this except when the 4 points are given to them, the county executives will then be part of that decision-making who merges. But they have no say in the 8-point merging. That's done by the state.
Okay.
That's why they wanted us to be a kind of a partner in this, because they didn't want to be the bad guy. I talked to elected county officials. They wanted some help from the state to set up a parameter, and that's what this does. So then it puts them all in the same thing. And
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you, Senator.
you're welcome, Senator.
Thank you, Senator. Further discussion? All right, the chair hears none. Senator Niemeyer, would you like to close? You good? All right. Senator Niemeyer ways is closed. The machine is open, and it's up for passage, and the machine is open. All right, the machine is closed. Clerk will tally the roll. 39 ayes, 9 noes. I'll get it. This bill has passed. Shall the title of the bill remain the title of the act? Thank you. Will you name your sponsors? Representative Slager, the Secretary will inform the House. Continue the roll.
Senate Bill 281, Senator Good.